Hello, hi my dear students. Today in this video we are going to learn about the geometrical meaning of a zero of a polynomial, which means linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. These kind of polynomials, when we are able to convert into a picture format, then we can see some results and we can see how to find out the zeros from the picture and the nature of the nature of roots or zeros we can find from it. Look at the picture on the screen. It shows a graph of a linear equation y is equal to 2x plus 3. If you take this values in a tabular column which is given on the screen, so we get two coordinate points. That two coordinate points, if we draw on the graph, we get a straight line which is shown on the screen. So this straight line intersects x-axis at one point. That point is minus 3 by 2. This is the solution or zero of the polynomial. So it intersects x-axis at one point, so the zero of the polynomial is only one value. So linear equation എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഗ്രാഫിൽ നമ്മൾ വരയ്ക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ it is a straight line, it intersects x-axis only one time. So the number of zeros here is only 1. The second picture is on the screen is a graph of a quadratic polynomial. If you see that when we take x values and y values as shown in the table above the graph, we get so many points. These points, when we plot on a graph paper, we get a U-like shape. These can be open upwards or open downwards depending upon the value of a coefficient of x square, that is a. If it is a is greater, it will be upwards u, or if a is less than 0, then it becomes a downwards. This graph or shape is called as a parabolas. And also, if we notice that this graph intersects x-axis in two places, so the number of zeros of a quadratic polynomial is at the maximum is 2. Like this, when we plot different parabolas or different quadratic polynomials, വെവ്വേറെ തരത്തിൽപ്പെട്ട ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് പോളിനോമിയൽ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഗ്രാഫായിട്ട് വരയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് പല സാധ്യതകൾ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. വി ഗെറ്റ് മെനി കേസസ്, മെനി പോസിബിലിറ്റീസ്. The first case we are seeing on the screen, the first case shows us the parabolas intersects the x-axis in two places, that is a and a dash, which has two cases. One is upwards u and another one is downwards u. Let us see the case 2. In this picture, it is showed that the parabola or a quadratic polynomial touches the x-axis at least in one place. Either it is upwards or downwards. In this case, the number of zeros here is only one value. So if a graphil x-axis ഈ പാരബോള എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം ടച്ച് ആവേണ്ടതെന്ന് നോക്കുക. If it is touched one time, then it is 1 0. If it is touched two times, it is then we can understand it has two zeros, like that. Let us see another case. In third case, if we are having a parabolas or a quadratic polynomial, when we draw in a graph sheet, we can see that there is a possibility of it never touches the x-axis. This time it has no real roots. So the third case says that if it doesn't touch the x-axis, there is no real root. A real root ഉണ്ടാവില്ല for the quadratic equation. സോ 3 കേസുകളായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ 6 പിക്ചർ നോക്കി. ഈ 6 പിക്ചറും ഒരേ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരേ ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് പോളിനോമിയൽ ഗ്രാഫിൽ വരില്ല. പല ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഈ 6 പിക്ചറിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു പിക്ചർ വരും എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വന്നത്. ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് അത് തന്നെയാണ്. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരെണ്ണം റിപ്പീറ്റഡായിട്ട് വരും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 6 പിക്ചറിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരെണ്ണം വരാനാണ് റിപ്പീറ്റഡ് വരാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ടത് ഒരു ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് പോളിനോമിയൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മാക്സിമം ആയിട്ട് വരുന്ന സീറോസിൻ്റെ എണ്ണം 2 ആണ്. അതിൽ ഒരെണ്ണം വരാം എന്നുള്ളത് നമ്മൾ നോക്കി. സീറോസ് വരാതിരിക്കാനും ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. അതായത് റിയൽ റൂട്ട്സ് ഇല്ലാതിരിക്കാനും ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. റിയൽ സീറോസ് ദർ വോണ്ട് ബി ദർ. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 3 കേസുകളാണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കിയത്. ലെറ്റ് us see for a cubic polynomial what it happens. If you draw a cubic polynomial, it touches the x-axis in 3 times like that which is on the screen, like a type of curve. So at the maximum it touches x-axis 3 places for a cubic polynomial. It has other cases also. Let us see the other cases of cubic polynomial. Other cases ഇതേ പിക്ചർ ഇതേ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അല്ല. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ തന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് y is equal to x cube minus 4x. For that cubic polynomial we have given this graph. If you take another cubic polynomial, we get a different graph, not the same graph. Look at the pictures on the screen. Which is in the left side, it touches the x-axis only one place, and which is on the right side, it touches x-axis in 2 places. So what we can understand from it, these two are for a different cubic polynomials. Where cubic polynomial pictures are. So we can understand cubic polynomial can touch x-axis 3 places or 2 places or 1 place. So we can understand that it has maximum 3 values. It can go for 2 values or it can go for 1 value. Let us see one question based on it. Example 1. We have to see this graph, the given below. It's each one is different polynomials. For this graph we have to find number of zeros. As we know that the number of zeros we can find how many times it touches the x-axis. The first picture, it touches x-axis in 1 place, so number of zeros is 1. The second picture, it touches x-axis in 2 places, so number of zeros is 2. In third picture, it touches x-axis in 3 places, so number of zeros is 3. In fourth picture, it touches x-axis in 1 place, so 1 point, that is number of zeros is 1. In fifth picture, it touches x-axis in 1 point, so it is a number of zeros is 1. In fourth picture, it touches x-axis in 4 points, so number of zeros is 4. Such a way we can understand the number of zeros. Let us see the answers of these questions. We have already seen this one. So we can look at the screen and how to write it. The first 2 they have written, then remaining 4 you can copy the question and the answer, and the remaining 4 you should complete as we written on the same as the first 2 questions. Don't write why same as don't copy as it is in. You just try to answer as complete the answer, look at the first 2 and complete it. So thank you for watching this video.